And one of those attorneys general to sign that letter there to Congress is our very own Alan Wilson. So, Attorney General Wilson, thank you so much for taking some time with us. We have the letter right here. How important was it to take this step to write this letter to Congress when it comes to warning labels for social media?
Well, look how diverse the state attorneys general are throughout the United States. Anytime you get 42 attorneys general from the far left to the far right to agree on something, then there's something there. Last year there were 45 state attorneys general who, in some form or fashion, sued Meta because of some of the conduct they were engaging in. This letter basically is asking social media companies, or asking the leaders of Congress to require social media companies to put Surgeon General labels on the use of their products, because what there have been discovered is that there are links to studies that show that these social media platforms are driven by algorithms designed to take kids down an infinite rabbit hole, to keep people on their social media platforms. And there has been links to anxiety, depression, suicidal ideation. Kids are losing sleep. They're getting false senses of what reality is, especially when it comes to, how they see themselves in the world. And what we want people to understand is there is an addictive quality to the use of social media, and it can have psychological and physiological effects. We want warning labels on those things so that parents, as well as the adolescents using those products, understand that there is an addiction quality to it, and we think it's an appropriate course of action to take.
Do you think within 5, 10 years, social media and the warning labels and maybe just kind of the approach to it is going to be drastically different? Are these efforts are we making sure that they're not going unnoticed? Are things going to be changing here pretty soon?
Here's the thing. The law was always trying to catch up to technology. I mean, obviously, they built the automobile and then they had to develop all the traffic laws and all the road systems to support it, right? The internet is evolving daily. I mean, 3 years, 4 years ago, we weren't talking about artificial intelligence. Look at how much AI has grown in just the last 3 or 4 years. So what's going to have to happen is we're going to have to adapt the laws to catch up with the technologies. And we're learning things right now about AI and the internet and the use of social media that we didn't know a couple of years ago. And there are things that we're going to learn 2, 3, 4, 10 years from now that we don't know today. And so we're going to have to adapt. Slapping a Surgeon General warning or a label is on a social media site or on an app is no different than putting a social media, a Surgeon General label on a pack of cigarettes, or putting a mature audiences label on a TV program that you and your children might be watching. It's just an indicator to you're about to consume something. Be aware of the possible addictive qualities or the potential mature content in that event, in that item. And so that's really all it is. And I think people on the left, people on the right can see the reasonableness in that. And that's why we signed the letter.
Attorney General Alan Wilson for us. Attorney General, thank you so much.
Thank you.